Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another edition of Darts Night on Twitch. Oh, this is the old video. Oh well. Every Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. I guess I didn't change that, so I'll have to change that when I'm going through and redoing things. That's right, it's your man Rob, aka Radar, back in the booth this evening. Earlier this afternoon, spent about 2.5, 3 hours trying to troubleshoot Streamlabs. Will it work? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows if the stream will crash, but this is what we've got going on right now. It's a FODL B Doubleheader. Nice and simple. Going to be out of the same division, so without further ado, we'll meet our first players of the evening. It's going to be Bud The Chud, throwing out of Christiansburg, Virginia. Last season finished 10th place in the FODL B division, throwing with the 22-gram Target Martel Gen 2 darts. Hashtag Charmy. Going up against Repat out of Dayton, Ohio, home of the Flyers. Last season, he finished 8th place in the FODL B division, throwing with the 20-gram 180 Meteor darts. Hashtag no Ricky Evans wannabe. Looking at the standings, we got that sharp-looking new standings page. Should be a good one. Bud The Chud currently sitting in 3rd place. He's just 2 points behind Cali Kid, although he's 27 behind Deadhead Darter, although Deadhead's got a match in hand. But still, a lot of work to be done to try to chase down the dead man up at the top of the standings. Repat is currently sitting in 11th. That's in relegation zone. However, if you look at all the people above him, Madhouse is in 7th, Criminals in 8th, Toaster in 9th, Pepe in 10th. They've all played their 9th game week, where Repat has yet to do so. And Repat trails Madhouse, who again is in 7th, and in the stay in FODL B, nothing happens to you safe space. He's only down by 4 points. So once again, FODL B, the middle of the pack is just an absolute jumble, starting with 5 all the way down to 12, really, because Lush, being at 58 points, really not out of it yet either. So, you know, Repat is looking to climb the ladder and get into that safe area, maybe make a late run at the playoffs, as DJ's got a game in hand. He's currently 3 points behind myself, who's sitting in that last playoff spot. Who knows? Still got a couple game weeks to go, including this one, to see how it all sorts out. Looking at the schedule in game week 7, this is going to be the 4th match out of the 6 that we have to play. And we do have some bonus points already set. Deadhead has a 6 mark thrown in cricket, as well as a 2.91. I believe the Criminal threw a 6 mark in cricket as well against me, so that's got to be updated. I'm pretty sure that occurred. Deadhead's got a 21 darter as well. Pepe, Criminal, and myself all throwing a 140, and the Deadhead's got the highest out with an 84. When you look at those other finishes, it was Deadhead 8-zip over Pepe, Criminal 6-2 over myself. And, yeah, it's been sad. It's been sad. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that I've been working midnight shifts all week, so I can't drink away my sorrows. Otherwise, my liver would probably have to be replaced. Toaster and Madhouse, that one went 5-3 in favor of the Toaster. Looking at the stats for this matchup, however, cricket should be a great battle in cricket. We've loved the cricket battles. We've had some great ones last night. Bud The Chud is 12th in the league with a 2.32. Repat hot on his tail, 13th in the league, 2.29er. Miss percentages are very similar, 42% to 44. Treble and bowl, 14% for Bud, 15% for Repat. So about 1% difference treble and bowl, 1% difference in favor of Repat with the 5 mark percentages as well. And Repat actually winning more of his cricket legs than Bud The Chud, despite having a lower average. But you see the 3-dart average. Bud The Chud, despite being 12th in the league, has a 2.33 3-dart average against. So people showing up against Bud in cricket. In 501, Bud The Chud's got a little bit bigger of an advantage. He's 13th best in the league with a 52.35. Repat 19th at 49.85. Bud getting off to some excellent starts. The first 9, 64.8, just a shade under 65. Repat in the upper 50s at 57.3. Average finishing right around 30 for each. Bud the Chud, you see the power scoring is actually in his favor in 501 as opposed to being in Repat's favor in Cricket. 12% ton plus percentages to just 5.8% for Repat. And Bud the Chud, that's where he's making up his ground. That's why he's in third place. 65% of the 501 legs he's played, he is claiming victory. Repat, just 40%. So we go over to the split view camera. We do have a couple other matches going on. It is Darty South and the Cleaner. Cleaner up 1-0 there, and they're in their second leg of cricket right now, as well as Unholy Cannoli versus Slappy Pappy. Unholy Cannoli taking the first leg in that one. But we are here for this matchup, so we will try to get this thing going. Repat, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Bud the Chud, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Bud the Chud is the home player, so he's going to have darts first to get this thing started. It's a B division matchup, so 8 legs, 2 of cricket, 6 of 501. Bud the Chud with darts in hand. Game on!
Do well, bud. All right. Doing well.
Out there in Twitchland, we got Kongra Darts, Alki Darts, Barboy 1987, The Fireman, and FO Dart League checking in. There's a nice 220 start for Bud the Chud, narrowly missing the treble 20 for a 420 Blaze It. FO Dart League asking if we've had any stream issues yet. The answer is not yet. That's still to be determined. But at the current moment, everything seems to be okay. A single 20 in response from Repat, so was chasing down the 20s after Bud failed to close them, but wasn't able to get them closed himself. Bud the Chud will do so here and then stay for some points with the second dart. Another 220 visit. He's got 20 on the board, drops down for 19s with the last, but missed. Salamander03 saying, let's go, Bud. Maybe we will have some showing from the Charmy this evening. It's been a while. I don't know, Salamander03. I'm pretty sure that's a Charmy screen name. Looks like maybe a slop 16, single 19 for Repat, so he gets 2 marks on the board, but still, he's just got 1 mark in each of the wedges he's got a mark in. That's a tight grouping for Bud the Chud. He's going to get 3 steady single 19s to get another big wedge close. Up top, Unholy Cannoli sweeping cricket over Slappy Pappy. He's up 2-0 now. As Repat makes the move up to 18s. He manages to get 1, so Repat off to a bit of a slow start here. Bud the Chud not really lighting it on fire right now, but has been steady with 2 marks and 3 marks. There's 2 more into the 18. And it's afforded him a pretty sizable advantage here in the early goings. Repat trying to get that turned around. Oh, there's a bounce out. See ya! That one deflected off a flight, looked to hit the board sideways. A single 18, so Repat still not yet with a wedge closed. But the Chud going to stay on 18s, try to get it closed himself. Those first couple stacked on that wire in the 4, but he does correct with the third dart, and he gets it closed. Single 18 for Bud the Chud. Repat once again on the move. Better looking first dart. That is a dangling dart there. Hanging on for dear life with maybe just a couple threads of sisal holding it in, although it deflected so badly it actually went all the way into the 2, so just the single 17 for Repat. Bud the Chud coming back to the board, and there's a nice 5 mark from Bud the Chud. 5 17s. He gets it closed, and he forces Repat to move once again. First 5 mark of the match. Again, we said the big scoring was in favor of Repat here in cricket. He's going to need some of it to get going here in this first leg. There's 2 more 16s. He had that slop 16 from earlier, so he'll get it closed, but he doesn't get any points on the board. Bud may have found a double 19 with that first dart, so he'll add 38 more points to his total. He's got a pretty sizable point lead as well as 4 wedges on which to score. The Repat's going to get on the board here as he's getting a couple into the 16. Looks like 3 steady 16s for Repat. There you go, 48 points, Bud the Chud. He's going right to 16s himself. He got the first 2 in, but the third one drifts low into the 7, so doesn't get it closed. Just the 2 16s. But again, still a sizable lead in points, and got a boatload of wedges on which to make up some points if things go awry. Repat not going to force the issue a whole lot right here. Just another single 16. Bud will get it closed with his second dart. Move over to 15s, but miss. Repat's going to have to move somewhere else himself. Will he go to the bull? Will he go to 15s? He's going to 15s. Looks like a tight grouping. Looks like maybe two 15s. A third dart definitely into that 10. Just one, actually, so that deflection did make its way into the 2. So a single 15. Well, there's a flight that popped off. That might be a 5 mark. There is a 5 mark for Bud the Chud. 5 15s, his second 5 mark of the round. And he will chase Repat to the bull. Repat going to need a lot of help here in the center of the board. Going to need a bunch of points. And some good strays. So far, not working towards anything. But that's a good third dart. Bullseye third dart. Gets 2 bulls on the board. Bud the Chud looking to finish this leg. He needs just 3 to get it done. Can he find the bullseye with the last? He could not, but maybe a stray 19. So single bull, single 19 there. But the Chud gets a useful stray, adding to the points. There's some better darts coming in from Repat now. First 2 are in the bull. Can he get the third in there for the hat trick? No, but that looks like a stray into the 19 for a 3-mark round. So Repat going to get some points on the board in the center. Get a stray 19, work towards closing. Bud the Chud looking for 2 bulls to finish it. And he's going to do it with a bullseye. Game shot. And the leg going to Bud the Chud. He holds throw, goes up 1-0 with a steady 2.5 MPR. Repat going to have the darts in hand for the second leg, looking to rebound. Game on! Yo-Yo Dad joining the chat says, Chud just plugging along. Gules Echo asking if the cleaner is back. He's up 2-0. He's on a finish. Left with 16 after 24 darts already. Speaking of our players back, Unholy Cannoli throwing what looks to be a 27-ish dart leg, 28 dart leg there. So a good start from him. Repat single 20 to start. Bud the Chud's going to blaze it, though. 4 20s for Bud the Chud. Fireman says, nice leg, Buddy the Chuddy. Salamander says, woo! Or woo! Woo! Because there's caps at the beginning, and then it's lowercase in the middle, and then caps at the end. So just some odd vocal inflections there from Salamander 3. Good treble there from Repat, but he couldn't do anything else with it to get points on the board. Looks like Bud the Chud's going to get a treble of his own. That's going to be 4 19s and 2 18s. It's only going to count for a 5 mark, though, as Repat already had the 19s closed, but found the double 18 with the last. So Bud the Chud gets Repat's scoring opportunity nixed immediately and gets 2 18s to boot. Repat going up to 18s, trying to get that treble working for anything. The third dart, he drops down to 17s. Going to forfeit the 18s at this point. Probably smart Bud the Chud needing just 1 to close. He'll do it with the first. We saw this. He's just plugging along. He's got that single 20 lead, which is allowing him to just move around the board. He gets the 18s closed. 2 17s registered for him as well. He's 4.0 MPR. Repat, he's been throwing some decent darts, honestly. His misses are not that far off. We see another next-door neighbor treble into the 3. That looks like 4 17s, however. So that'll boost him back up on top of the point lead for the time being, but a huge first dart for Bud the Chud with the treble 20. Then he finds a single 17. Looks like a 5-mark single 16 as well. And Bud the Chud continuing to cruise. This time, Repat is throwing a little bit better, but so is Bud the Chud up to the task to this point. 4.3 MPR. Repat on the move again over to the 16 wedge. And it looks like 4 16s, could be 5. That first dart very close to the wire. It is 4 16s for Repat, so he gets it closed and gets some points on the board. He's still trailing, however. Bud the Chud going to use the double 16 to get it closed. Move over to 15s, but miss, but still the important close to keep Repat's scoring ability at bay. Repat going to try to get the 15s open here. First start is in the treble. Can he follow it? 4 15s for Repat, so again, opens up the wedge, gets some points. Gonna force the issue a little bit. You see him working his way back in this leg. Bud the Chud gonna have to stay on 15s all three. He only gets a single. That third dart just on the wrong side of the wire into the next door neighbor. Double 10. And maybe a little shred of light for Repat. Though he's gonna go next door neighbor as well. That first dart's so close to the wire. 2 15s here for Repat. That will get him on top for the time being with 95. Bud the Chud, he's going to go after 20s, stick some points in. 40 points added to the total, goes down for the third dart on 15s, gets a single, a 3-mark round for Bud the Chud. Well, he gets the point lead back. He's up by 25. Of course, Repat to get at least 2 15s to get back on top in points. He's got the first one in there. The second one looks low, so he will get this third dart in there for 2 15s, get on top by 5 points. Bud the Chud, he gets a single 20, closes the 15s, goes right to the center and misses, but he's got everything closed but the bull. Exactly the same as the last leg. Repat going to have to do some work in the center once again. Although this time, Repat not going to have as many other wedges to close if he's able to start working some points out. Just the 20s and 18s. Last time he had 4 extra wedges to get through. Looks like 2 bulls to get it started for Repat. So there is a decent start in the center. But the Chud's got his first start in the green bit. Can he find the red bit? He cannot. Just a single bull for Bud the Chud. Cali Kid 07 joining the chat says Drats. Repat once again. He's in the green bit with the first dart. And it looks like just the single bull there for Repat, which will get it closed. No points yet. Bud the Chud's still looking for the finishing blow here. Cannot connect with any of those darts. It's a miss open from Bud the Chud. Repat now with an opportunity. Just a single bull will give him the point lead. How he elects to use it. There's a single bull with the second dart. So now where will he go? He elects to stay, try to get some more points, but missed into the 16. He's up by 10. There's a good dart from Bud the Chud. He's going after, he's staying up top. It looks like 3 20s. Oh, it's just 2. So that second dart was into the 5. 2 20s for Bud the Chud. Adds 40 points. He's up by 30, which will force Repat to get at least 2 to get the point lead back. Like a miss this time from Repat. A good grouping. You heard the click of the darts as that third one came in. Bud the Chud, there's one. Can he find a second? Yeah. And he will with the third dart. Game shot and the leg. And Bud the Chud finishing with another 2.5 MPR to sweep the cricket portion of this match. We're moving on to 501. Bud the Chud's got darts in hand. Game on! Yo Dad says Chud's been the punisher so far. Salamander03 says he gave him the sauce. The fireman says, I'm always excited to see what color Chud has changed his flights to. Looks like Bud the Chud using the purple stems and yellow flights this evening. Repat looks like black stems, 2 whites and 1 blue. Looks like he had a good cover shot though. For 65. So the first dart must have been into the 1, I presume. An 85 there from Bud the Chud. Looked like, because I thought that was going to be an 84 for Repat, but the first dart was into the 1. So 157 and 765. That's where we got that one. Another good cover shot from Repat, though, finding that treble 19. This time 78, so another dart into that 1. Nonetheless, scoring well on that treble 19. And going to be a 40 put in from Bud the Chud. A solid first 9 of 57, although it's below his season average first 9. Repat continuing to be deadly with that second dart. He's going to follow it with a third as well. Ton 25 for Repat as he pegs a couple of treble 20s. And all of a sudden, Repat is threatening here in the first leg of 501. 45 scored for Bud the Chud. Repat is out in front trying to make amends for cricket now that he's dialed in 501. Trying to continue the trend of the treble with every second dart. Not going to happen this time. Drops down. Going to be 59 scored this time for Repat. He's under 200. Bud the Chud back at 286. Trying to chase Repat down. Third dart is true. Treble 20 for 81 scored. But Repat looking to be the first to a finish. And looking for it to be a pretty steady finish as well. And it looks like another good cover shot. 77 will leave 97 for Repat. Beautiful cover shot again to the treble 19. Speaking of cover shots in the 19, Chud is going to start there with his first dart and find a treble. Now he's jumping back up to the 20s. And that's going to be, I believe that is 95 scored for Bud the Chud, down to 110, but Repat has the first shot of the out at 97. Second dart very close, but it's into the 4, so Repat not going to get a shot at the finish, but good math there. He'll leave himself 60 after 37. Bud the Chud, 110. One dart for double 15. And he goes inside. Bud the Chud finding treble 20 with his second. Had a shot at the ton 10 finish, but missed inside. Could not find double 15. Repat looking for 60 now. That could be into the 1. That's into the 19, though, so he will have one dart for tops here. Just outside. He wanted tops. Couldn't get the combination finish. Left with 40. Bud the Chud's got to clean up 15. There's the 7, double 4. Inside now to double 2. And that is outside, so Bud the Chud, another opportunity. This time had multiple shots at the double. Could not connect. Back to Repat. 3 clear darts. Tops. And he will miss all of them outside. No score for Repat. Bud the Chud requires 4. Trying to walk it up. Jesus. And he goes the wrong way. No score for Bud the Chud either. Repat requires 40. There's a bounce out. See ya. And another no score from Repat. Playing it safe with tops right now. Bud the Chud looking for 4. That's inside now. He'll be to the madhouse. Second dart's inside as well, which will bust it. End the turn. Repat back to 40. Correction. This time it's inside now over to the Rascal double 10. That's inside as well for Repat. Rascal saying no. Repat down to 10. Bud the Chud back to 4. Inside once again with the first dart back up to the madhouse. And it's a recreation of his last visit. Inside bust. Repat's on 10. Going right after the double 5. It's a great marker with the first. Next to it, trying to get underneath those 2.
Third.
And he'll get it with the third dart. You heard it clip the other one as it went by. Great use of the marker by Repat for game shot and the leg for a break of throw to start it off here in 501. Cuts the lead in half, making it 2-1 Bud the Chud. But Repat will come back to the board with darts in hand. Game on! Yo to JMU says, don't mind staying there on that with the first dart, talking about Bud the Chud's 110. I don't either. That first dart was a great guide for that second. Another good cover shot from Repat here to start it off. 97 coming in for him, and that treble 19 The size of a beach ball right now on the right side of the screen. Looks like 85 for Bud the Chud. That third dart clicking left into the 5. This time not as successful on the cover shot for Repat. 32 scored as he drifts left into the 7 down below.
Well, there you go.
And there's a scooter dart from Bud the Chud. Just going to get 40 on the board. DJ Mike Q says, every time I see Cannoli beating someone now, I think, Jesus, with that throw? That is the case. Unholy Cannoli up 5-0 over Slappy Pappy. In our other match, the Cleaner is up 4-1 over Darty South. So some good darts being thrown in FODL C at the moment. And D, I guess, because I believe the Cleaner's in D. And good darts being thrown here as well. Another tight leg, 335 to 332. Each player managing a treble apiece. That looks like it's going to be 23 scored from Repat. So Bud the Chud looking to punish a bit of a slack visit there from Repat. Maybe 50 from Bud the Chud. It's just 40, so only one of those darts finding the treble 5 from Bud. Repat dropping down to the bottom again. Looks like maybe a 44 here. That second dart looks to be into the 17. So 44 scored this time from Repat. Shut at 295. Players methodically working their way down the board. 60 scored this time from Repat, or correction, from Bud the Chud. And Repat is at 265. He's going to start on the 19s like that here on 265, but it looks like the first one was into the 7. So it looks like that's going to be 83 scored with a treble 19, single 19, and a 7. So like the route that Repat went, just couldn't hold on with that first dart. Speaking of good math, there's some great math from Bud the Chud. Couple of single 20s switching to the bull, finding the green bit, which leaves the biggest fish of them all. Repat now looking to apply some pressure at 182. Bud the Chud is the first to a finish. That looks like a treble 3, unfortunately. Just on the wrong side of the wire for that treble 19. Repat figuring out his third dart. Looks like 34 scored coming in from Repat this time. Down to 148. Bud the Chud requires 170. We're on. Oh, he had a dart at the bullseye. He had a look at the big fish. It goes high, and Bud the Chud will score 140, and he'll leave himself 30. A great effort from Bud the Chud. Giving the big fish a run. He had it on the line, and as soon as he got it towards the boat, he could see it in the water. It got off the hook right at the last second. Repat coming back. He's going to get 65 with another cover shot treble, 19 down to 83. Bud the Chud looking for 30. Going right after the double 15. And it's just outside with the last no score for Bud the Chud. Repat looking to clean up an 83. And Repat had a look at the bullseye as well, but that one goes awry left, leaving him 39. Bud the Chud back to 30. Again, going right for it. It's a good miss. We'll leave the rascal there. And it's inside on the attempt at double 10, so he had sailed high with the second dart into the single 10, which left him double 10, but couldn't clean it up. Repat requires 39. Not sure if that's a 19 or a 3, so it's either going to be double 10 or double 18. So it is a 19, looking for the Rascal. Missing outside with both attempts at double 10. 19 scored, left with 20. Bud the Chud, half that requires 10. Inside with the second dart means will not be able to check it out. Does find the single one. He's left with 4. Repat on the Rascal. That's well inside, back to double 5. This is the one he was able to get last time. That's a good marker for it again. This time he overcorrects, however, into the single 5. Repat on 5, Bud the Chud on 4. And he'll get it with the second dart. Game shot and the leg for Bud the Chud as he breaks right back. The lovely 170 attempt led to multiple attempts at checkout, and Bud the Chud needed a handful of them, but he does get over the line in the end. Bud the Chud back to the board with darts in hand. Game on! And Bud the Chud going to open things out with 31. Looking up at the top of the screen, Cleaner going to complete the victory 5-1 over Darty South in that FODL D matchup. Again, they play the 6-leg matches. Repat with a beautiful first dart, trying to follow it with his second and third. Going to be 85 to start off for Repat. In the chat, everybody loved that 170 attempt. Fireman says, OMG. Yota Jamie says, Gah! Salamander03, bruh. Fireman saying he wanted that t-shirt. Train Photo saying, wow. Pearson 1, damn nice try, Chud. Barboy says, ah. Yule's Echo with an and it's off after the last dart coming in. Ben for short joining the chat with what looks like some Twitch sodas. Repat back-to-back treble visits, 85-83. Bud the Chud just underneath it with the last start, so 31-60-60 for him. Which is a nice even 51st 9. So Chud getting off to some slower starts than he has all season. He's made up for it in the middle ground. He's caught up on some of the scoring, but Repat looking to put the distance behind him early. There's 66, again finding a treble 20. And that looks like a speed limit, little 55 action for Bud the Chud. First start just left of the treble 20 into that treble 5. There's a nice ton from Repat coming in, and he's on a finish now after 12. He'll be left with 167. But the Chud, he's going to respond with what looks to be a ton of his own. Narrowly missed another 140. So good response from Bud the Chud, but Repat looking for 167. And he'll be off with the first start. That one into the single 1. Maybe checking his last dart. Looks like 25 scored this time from Repat. Oh, it is 40 scored from Repat as he was in the single 20 with that second dart. Bud the Chud on 195, starting on 19. It's going to score 45, be left with 150. Repat looking for 127. Be off as well. Treble 5 with his first this time. And that looks like it's just going to be 18 scored for Repat. So he's not yet under 100. Bud the Chud, he's got a shot at 150. It's off now. But keeping the pressure on. 3 straight darts. 60 scored this time from Bud the Chud. He's left with 90. Repat requires 109. And Repat is going to leave himself 55. Wanted that treble 10 off of 70 with the last. But the Chud requires 90. He's got a shot at the bullseye. And once again, cannot connect. This time low and right. He'll leave himself 48. After scoring 42, Repat combination 55. That might be just below. That might be a single 2, so could potentially still have cleanup from Repat's board. Oh, I think it was a 2, and this one is going to drift high into the 4 off the 13, so we're at 6 scored for so far from Repat, and there is a double 17. 40 scored down to 15. No looks at a double there from Repat. Bud The Chud looking for 48. There's 16, looking to go double 16 right next to it. And there it is. Pop for Bud The Chud, taking out 48. Game shot and the leg to Bud The Chud, as he is now up 4-1. Cannot lose this one. Looking for a victory. Going to have 3 legs to get there. Repat trying to close the gap. He's got darts in hand. Game on! Looks like 62 to start off for Repat. Great first dart. The second and third coming up right. Bud The Chud looks like he's going to bookend that trouble. No, he does get the 1 dart into that trouble, so it's a ton start for Bud The Chud. All 3 of those ones staying straight. And that looks to be another next door treble for Repat. So 46 scored, finding that treble 7 instead of the treble 19. Again, another good dart at a cover shot. This time it was just a little bit left. 45 in the second visit for Bud The Chud. Repat another first dart treble 20, but the second one missing a 20 wedge again. And it's a 66 again for Repat. So Repat been finding some trebles, just hasn't been doing as much as he would like to with them. He's got a lot of 80 and 60, 70 scores, but not a ton plus scores coming in. There's just a roadhouse double deuce, though, from Bud The Chud, so can't inflict any punishment here. That first dart looked to be in the treble, but was just high. This time, Repat, it's the second dart, which is in the treble. But again, the third one drifts right. Another good score for 81. Still missing out on those ton pluses. But he does have a lead here on Bud The Chud. This time it's Bud The Chud drifting with his third dart for a speed limit 55. Asking why it happens. If I knew the answer, I'd be much better than I am at darts. There's a 45 scored for Repat, just barely clinging to the 200s. However, he's got a solid 60 average for this one. Bud The Chud trying to chase him down. Looks like back-to-back 55s for Bud The Chud. So trying to slowly make up ground. Still within earshot of Repat here. Or Repat can have an opportunity to be the first one to and out. Second dart, not sure where that one landed. If it's 38, 28. We'll see. It is 38, so it was a treble 5 at the last. Leaves a bogey after he missed the 19. But the Chud trying to do some math here, and he does some good math and finds the treble in the cover as well. 95 scored for Bud The Chud. Had slipped one into the 18 from 224, and a single 19 there leaves 227 with 57 scored, or correction, would have left 167 with 27 scored. But he found the treble for 95 instead. Repat going to join him on a finish after 47 scored down to 116, but Bud The Chud, the first, looks at it from 129. Very much on. Beautiful first. And could not follow it with the second. Was looking for the treble 16 off of 72. Then wanted the green bit off the last one. Not sure where that third dart came in, if it's an 18 or a 4.
Two scored. Yeah.
So Bud The Chud doing the math, and it looks like it was an 18 there. So 64 with the first two, 82, including the last. Repat requires 116. Second dart's very close, but I'm guessing it was not in. And finding the treble 18 with the last 92 scored. Bud The Chud was inside on the double 16 after single 15. Leaves himself on 16, but Repat looking at 24. Inside, over now to double 6, across the board. Cannot convert the double 6, left with 12. Bud The Chud requires 16. Good marker with the first. Oh, but it's a brutal second into the 11. Not going to afford him the opportunity to finish, and he will wisely bust to go back to 16. Repat sits at 12. Inside now, 6. For the basement, double 3. And just outside the bottom wire for Repat. 6 remaining. Bud The Chud looking for 16. And he will find it with the first dart. Game shot and the leg to Bud The Chud. He will secure a match victory, but still 2 legs to play in this one. Bud The Chud coming back to the board with darts in hand. Game on! .45 scored to start things off for Bud here in the penultimate leg of this one. In our other matches, again, we said the cleaner taking home a victory 5-1. Unholy Cannoli was up 5-2 or 5-0. He will end up taking it 5-2. Slappy Pappy taking the last 2 on the trot to at least get something on the board. Speaking of something on the board, Repat going to start off with a ton scored here in this leg. That might be a ton response. No, just 60. That second dart just above the treble 20. Pitts, too, saying Chud's having a nice little season here. Just having a nice little season, you know. DJ Mike Hughes says, just realized these dudes are my last 2 opponents. Yota JMU says, go Bud. There's 70 scored for Repat. I'm sure Yota JMU partially rooting for Bud The Chud because it will potentially keep things tighter near the bottom for his potential relegation saving self-preservation for Yota JMU. Just another 45 though from Bud. So Repat out in front looking to extend that lead here. He'll match with 45, so doesn't extend but stays at the same length. But once again, Repat off to another good start. Repat's had multiple legs with 70 plus first 9s. I think there it is. There's a breakfast from Bud The Chud. Single 5, single 20, and a single 1 here poured in. And as we do in the FODL, we ask an official breakfast question for the first breakfast of every single match. 26 viewers out there awaiting this breakfast question. That might be a ton 21. It is ton 21 from Bud The Chud. So 29 viewers out there. I had hot dogs for dinner because I didn't have time to cook anything else since I was messing around with the computer for hours. So build me your breakfast hot dog with whatever condiments and things like that you would put on a breakfast dog. 29 viewers out there in the chat. Let me know. You can even spice it up if you want to just go with like a plain hot dog, or if you have some like special bratwurst or artisan whatever, you know, some sort of hot dog type thing, breakfast hot dog. Let me know. 30 viewers. But the Chud going to back up his ton 21 with 60, so he'll be on a finish at 144. Repat's at 178. He's looking to join. Looking to join the checkout party here. And it's going to be 28 scored for Repat, so it is enough to join, but he's back at 150. Bud The Chud with the first opportunity from 144, and it's off. First start, single 20. Bud the Chud keeps them all straight. 60 scored, gets under 100, left with 84. Repat looking for 150. That will be off as well, as he also hits the single 20 with the first. And it's 45 scored for Repat, so left with 105. Bud the Chud requires 84. And he'll find it with the third dart. Game shot and the leg going to Bud the Chud. Did sneak that first dart into the corner of that treble 20. 2 looks at the double 12, and he connects with the second. Beautiful finishing from Bud the Chud. Repat with the darts in hand for the final leg of this match. Game on! The fireman says Chud's right where he wants to be. Near the top of B, but not in the promotion to A. Let's see. There's a nice ton 40 to start things off for Repat. Looking at the chat once again, Barboy1987 says, bottom half of B is tight. It sure is. DJ Mike Hughes giving him a compliment, I think, immediately after. Little Toaster coming in with the first answer to the breakfast question, at least the first one that I'm seeing. He says, I'm going to be easy. There's corn dogs, but instead of a corn dog, it's a pancake instead of corn dog breading. Hey, Dave Little Toaster, fun fact. I've actually made that. That's something I have actually made. I made pancake batter. Although I did technically do it with chicken, because I was doing like a chicken and waffles thing. But I made pancake batter, cut strips of chicken, battered it, deep fried it, so it was like a carnival, chicken and waffles kind of thing. It was delicious. I can imagine that would also be good for a corn dog. There's a 13 scored from Repat, but the Chud had dropped in a 100 of his own after the 140 from Repat. And it's going to be a 40 response here. It's Bud the Chud's first 9, this time 69. Nice. Repat at 65, so hot on his trail thanks to that 140. Coming loose a little bit here, though. It's just going to be 17 scored. Salamander says, instead of a hot dog, just a bunch of breakfast sausage links stuffed into a bun with syrup. Not bad. Fireman says, breakfast sausage for the dog, poached eggs, and hollandaise. That sounds tasty. So, little Benedict dog there. I like that. There's an 83 coming in from Bud. Yota JMU asking if that was an 84 finish. It was, in fact, an 84 finish there from Bud. Kilf says a brioche roll / long biscuit, custard, maple syrup drizzles, topped with a fried egg. That sounds good. Repat getting back into the treble game there. He'll match Bud the Chud's 83 with 83 of his own. But Bud the Chud once again out in front, and it's going to be 41, so just on the wrong side of checkout position with 171 remaining. Repat is at 207, so he can be the first one to a finish here with a reasonable turn. Going to start on the 19s. And a beautiful third dart there from Repat. Back-to-back 83s from him, and he'll get down to 124. So now it's Bud the Chud giving chase, but that's a beautiful first to give that chase. Get it going. Chud's got the sirens on, blaring down like a policeman chasing after a speeder. 68 scored, down to 103. Repat requires 124. Be off that first dart into the 5 now, just looking for a good setup. And oh no, disaster third dart as it drifts into the 1. It's going to leave 99. Bud the Chud looking for 103. And Bud's not going to be able to take out the 103. That's just 27 scored for Bud, 76 left. Repat looking for the 3 dart finish, 99. Single 19. How's he going to go after this 80? going to be into the 1. Not sure if that was a double-double attempt or not. Drops back down, and he'll get 23, so it's a battle of 76. Bud the Chud's got the first shot at it. And it looks like it's a treble 5, potentially. And sneaks that third dart into the 18, 40, or correction, 36 score. That's correct for Bud the Chud. Left with tops. Repat's now got the attempt for 76. Can he do better? Can he get a look at a double from 76 here? That one's going to be into the 20. No, he'll still have a look. Going to have to go double-double after finding the double 16 instead of the single 16. Doing the math. Looking for double 12, and he goes inside. Good look at it from Repat. 12 remaining from him. After 64 scored, Bud the Chud looking for tops. That's a good marker with the first. A decent marker with the second. Might be a little bit far away, but he's able to correct anyway. Doesn't need the marker as he sneaks it into tops with the third dart. Game shot and the leg. Going to Bud the Chud. Started out slow with some doubling, but he turned it on down the stretch, not letting double chances get away from him in the last 3 legs. He takes that one, believe 5 on the spin there, after Repat had taken the first leg of 501 to make it 2-1. So Bud the Chud gets hot and takes it 7-1. We're going to go over to the interview portions of this one. We're going to start with Repat once he gets the cameras worked out here. And there we go. He's got the beautiful FODL shirt, so great merch he's got working here for this one. Repat coming in. You know, cricket had been a little bit stronger for you. You had a better showing in that second leg. It was just unfortunate that Bud came out in that second leg and threw better. But talk to us about the start that you were able to get off to this evening, and, you know, if that slow start in the first leg set the table for how you felt going forward.
Yeah, very slow start. So kind of lose confidence a little bit when you can't hit anything but, you know, onesie twosies.
Yeah, you were able to get a little bit of it back, it looked like, in that second leg. Again, talked about it, but Bud the Chud, he just came out, and, I mean, he was averaging 4.0 all the way to, I think it was right around 17s or 16s. So there's not a whole lot you can do about that except for try to find a 7 mark, which just didn't come to you. But, I mean, even that leg, you were throwing a 2.8, which kind of helped you once we got to 501 because we saw a little bit of it start to translate. You were hitting a lot more trebles in 501. You weren't putting together the ton-plus scores, but you were getting those steady scores of those 60s, 70s, and 80s that really can build up and really help that average out. It just was, you know, an off night of doubling for you this evening. Talk to us about, you know, what happened once we got into checkout position for you tonight.
Missed a lot of doubles. It was kind of the opposite of the last time I played Bud. I think I had a 50% checkout percentage, and it was total opposite this time. So missed a lot of doubles.
Yeah, so unfortunately the doubles weren't going your way, but you're going to have some more opportunities to get it going in that tight grouping in the middle/bottom of FODL B. Looking into game week 8, Repat, you've got DJ Mike Hughes on the docket. So what do you need to do to get ready for that one?
Practice doubles and get our meatless feast ready.
Get the meatless feast ready. We'll get all the vegan stuff going for that one. Repat, hope it goes well for you. Good luck the rest of the way, and we'll talk to you a little bit later.
All right. Thanks for casting.
No problem. DJ Mike Hughes appreciates that. He says Veg Fest in that one. So we're going to go over now to Bud the Chud, coming out with a 7-1 victory. On paper, this one looked like it was going to be a battle. And, you know, in the early goings, it really was. Those first couple legs of 501, you know, he was scoring well, gave you a couple chances at double, which you were really able to cash in on. And then once you got those first couple, I mean, you just took off. So talk to us about how you were feeling this evening and your performance.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, the first few legs of 501, it just ended up, he gave me too many chances, more chances than I deserved. And so I really lucked out near the, near the ends of those legs. But once we got a few legs into 501, I started kind of warming back up into what I know I can do. I had some, good checkouts. I had some good scoring. So that kind of made up for it at the end. But yeah, those first few legs of 501 were a struggle for both of us. And Repat has said it, like we've battled before, and I know the darts he can play. So the fact that he gave me as many opportunities as he did is rare. So I'm glad I was able to take advantage of it. But it's good to come away with as many legs as I did.
Yeah, and you got off to that great start in cricket. Again, that first leg, you ended up with a 2.5, but it seemed like you were just kind of steadily plodding along. There wasn't a whole lot of fanfare in that one, where there was a lot of, similar to what Repat did in 501, a lot of those would turn into 80-something turns with 4 marks, or the occasional 4 mark, a lot of single threes, a lot of twos, but there weren't really any slack turns that really kind of dropped off. And then in the second leg, it was complete 180, where you just came out like a gangbuster, throwing 4.0 for most of it, and you ended up finishing with the same MPR as the first one. So talk to us about the juxtaposition of those two legs and how each of those ones felt to get that match started.
Yeah, again, Pat's wasn't playing as well as I know him. I mean, he really was struggling that first leg. And so get your opponent on their heels, where they have to make all the shifting. Like, they're bouncing around the board 20, 19, 18, 17. Like, you kind of get them on their heels, and that helps your game a lot. You're kind of in control of what's going on. And that's how I felt, like when we got into that second leg of cricket, he didn't come out with as strong of a start. So it essentially kind of flipped the leg on him. And again, just, he had to kind of chase me around the board. So I felt good about my cricket. I was really expecting that one to be a little bit closer, but able to take advantage of those two legs, that was pretty good. And then we went to 501, and it changed a little bit.
Yeah, well, able to finish strong. You went 5 on the spin down the stretch, and you're going to be looking to carry that momentum on. As again, talked about the kind of effort it's going to take to kind of chase down Deadhead for that number 1 spot, but earning a minimum of 14 points in this week, I think, because you threw that 180 on the 140 on that big fish attempt, which is going to tie the 140 for the highest throw right now. So that's potential bonus point there. So we'll see how that all shakes down. But in game week 8, you're going to have Pepe Lay on the schedule. So what's the game plan to get ready for that matchup?
Well, and like everybody in B can either throw the best game of their lives, or they kind of pitter out. And so it just kind of depends on who you get. Even though Pepe's kind of near the bottom there, or I guess I don't really know where he is, but he's talking a game of like how terrible he's doing. We've had some of the biggest battles, me and him. So I know what he can do. I mean, he can come out and start averaging high threes in cricket, and averaging in the 60s for 501, and he can push you around a little bit. So I don't know what Pepe I'll get. I know that I'm playing pretty well. The fact that I was struggling on doubles so much and still averaging around a 50 at the end, like that's pretty good for me. So I can clean my doubles up a little bit, and go in with a 2.5 cricket and a 50-plus average. I can steal some legs for sure. And but I don't know if I'll catch Deadhead. He's really rolling, and deservedly so. I mean, he's played really well this season, and if I have to go through the playoffs, I'll go through the playoffs. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, so again, you hit the nail on the head. I'm convinced that Pepe is just sandbagging because he wants to win the Handy Cup, which is the tournament that he runs. Because, again, I've seen what he's done in the regular season, and then I got to play him in the Handy Cup, and he absolutely came out and just – I was like, what is this? I was like – I'm giving you points, and you're throwing this crap against me. So that's what I'm convinced. So maybe you'll get the sandbagging Pepe and be able to tack some extra legs on. But we will see how it shakes out. Bud the Chud, congratulations on the 7-1 victory this evening, and good luck the rest of the way.
Awesome. Thanks for casting. Glad your computer held up. Repat, it's fun again, man. Good job.
Yeah, good shooting, Bud.
It's held up for now. Let's see if it continues to hold up while we go to a word from our sponsors. there you go, the www.fodartleague.com/store, where you can get all of your FODL merchandise and apparel, like the shirt that Repat was wearing this evening. Again, it's a doubleheader this evening, so we do have a second match coming up. Don't go anywhere. More darts when we return here. Darts Night on Twitch, presented by the FODL.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you.
Since Dark Connect won't fix the fucking names display. They got plenty of time to add in video chat functions.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready for the second match. It's amazing how quickly that transition can be when it's going to be in the same division. It's a whole lot less stuff to change, I'll tell you that much. But before we get to the second match of this doubleheader, got to talk about the FODL Weekly podcast out there wherever you enjoy your podcasting. I think they're actually recording it right now, so I don't know why they hate watching Darts Night on Twitch. They just want to talk about what happens, though, with your host Pepe Lay and the Red Rascal, and some vocal work from the one, the only Slap Pappy. Out wherever you get your podcasts. If you're into that sort of thing, check out the FODL Weekly podcast. You can email in as well. But again, we got another darts match right here to play between these two FODL B players on your screen. DJ Mike Hughes out of Aurora, Colorado. Last season finished 10th place in the FODL A division, throwing with 24-gram data dart Jockey Wilson's #NotARealDJ. He is going up against the Cali Kid out of Sacramento, California. Last season finished 9th place in the FODL B division, throwing with the 24-gram Harrows Blue Groove Sonic darts, #California Dreamin'. Looking at the standings, so they have been updated real time as that last match concluded. Bud The Chud jumping over Cali Kid for the time being by 11 points, thanks to the 7 legs that he was able to take. So Cali Kid now trailing Bud The Chud by 11 for that second spot. DJ Mike Hughes trailing myself by 3 points for the last playoff spot as it stands right now. Barboy is currently in 4th. He's playing a match right now, so we'll have his scoreboard up. He's playing the Lush as we speak. Looking at the schedule for this one, so Lush and Barboy are actually playing right now. That one's not on the schedule, but hey, it's happening. And this is going to be the last one for FODL B. So again, we've got the 6 marks from both the Criminal and Deadhead. Deadhead with a 2.91, a 21 darter. A whole bunch of people got 140s. And Deadhead and Bud The Chud tied right now with the 84 checkout. Let's look at the statistics for these two players. In cricket, Cali Kid 16th best in the entirety of the FODL, 2.21 MPR. DJ is 25th with a 2.04. Miss percentage is 43 for Cali, 47% for DJ. Treble and Bull 13 to 11, 5 mark plus 8.5 to 5.7. Though DJ's throwing some more 7 marks, he's 1.9.9. But Cali Kid winning 63% of his legs, DJ winning half. In 501, Cali Kid 10th best in the league across the entirety of FODL with a 53.07, and DJ Mike Hughes 26th back with a 46.77. First 9, 55.3 for Cali, 51.5 for DJ. So Cali 53 overall, 55 first 9, just some steady scoring all the way down. Ton plus percentage 9.2% for Cali Kid, 5.8 for DJ. And then the 140s and 180s close. Cali's got a 180 on the season, DJ doesn't. And we got 65% leg wins for Cali Kid and 52% for DJ Mike Hughes. Throwing it over to the split view now, what we've got going on. So obviously this match is going to be DJ Mike Hughes on the left and Cali Kid on the right. Up top, we got Triple T against Alki in a FODL C matchup. That one's tied up 1-1 after cricket. And I said Barboy and Lush are getting it on right now. Barboy up 3-1 over the Lush. But let's get this one started if our players are ready to go. Cali, are you ready?
Ready.
DJ, are you ready?
Ready.
Both of our players are ready to go this evening. DJ Mike Hughes, the home player, he's got darts in hand to get it started. Game on!
Be great, Cali. Hey, shoot well, man.
DJ Mike Hughes trying to channel that King Raj, stealing King Raj's sportsmanship bout there.
2 20s.
It's going to be a pair of 20s for DJ Mike Hughes. Cali Kid is going to answer. He was trying to get the 20s closed in front, had the first 2 darts in, missed wide with the third. So he wasn't able to get it closed off. DJ's trying to get it closed off here. He manages to do it with the third dart, but doesn't get any points on the board. Back over to Cali. He's trying to close it behind. He'll get the second dart into the 20, so he'll close it, drop down to 19s, but miss. So players identical to this point. DJ dropping down to 19s now.
2 19s.
And he'll get 2 with the third dart getting inside that wire. So another 2 mark from DJ. Cali coming down to the bottom half of the board. And that is an open door from Cali Kid. It's a miss. So DJ with an opportunity. Triple T taking another leg off of Alki. He's up 2-1 now.
2 19s.
There are 2 19s this time from DJ Mike Hughes, excuse me. So he'll get 2 19s, get it closed, get 19 points on the board. Cali Kid's going to find a single and a double 18 and then go outside the double for a scooter dart with the last. So he worked his way outside of the wedge. That looks like a brilliant second dart from DJ Mike Hughes. Using the marker nicely, was set up right next to that treble 18, and he deflects into it for a 4 mark, counting for 3. Cali Kid dropping down to 17s now. He's got another dart off the board, but he does manage 2 17s. But he's going to have to clean up those scooter darts as DJ Mike Hughes starting to get in the groove of things. That's a narrow miss with that third dart. 2 17s for DJ, almost 4. Back over to Cali there. He's going to get more settled in here with that first. And that might be a 6 mark for Cali Kid into the 17s, and it is. Stacked him up in that treble 17 bed. So Cali Kid getting on the 6 mark game himself. 2 19s in response from DJ Mike Hughes. So Cali Kid been off to a sluggish start, but now he's got the lead, and he's going to get the 19s closed with a single and a double. Drop back over to 17s, where he tacks on an extra to bolster that point lead. He only put in 2 19s, but it does look like it did look like it's close, so we'll have to correct that one, I believe. There's 3 steady 16s for DJ Mike Hughes. So Cali, to correct that one, going to have to hit the back and then edit previous turns. Go back up top. Barboy now up 4-1 over the Lush. Triple T and Alki working their way down. So you're going to have to undo one of the single 19s and then click the double button.
Got it.
And there we go. Now we've got the scoreboard reflecting the proper score. Cali Kid coming back to the board. DJ just gotten the 16s closed. Cali's going to get it closed immediately with that first dart into the treble right behind. It's a 5 mark round from Cali Kid, turning it on since that 6 mark in the 17s. Getting the 2 15s over there as well. DJ's jumping over to the right half of the board, right hemisphere, but he's only got a single on the 15s. Cali got off to that very slow start, but he's just a shade under 3.0 now. There's a single 15 and a single bull. So Cali is cruising at the moment. In the chat, Yo to JMU joining back in says go Cali Kid and also go Barboy. Single bull for DJ. Chatter09 joining the chat after his victory that we just saw. Cali Kid looking to finish it right here. First starts in. Can he find the third? He cannot, but he'll stack a couple into the 17. So some good misses there from Cali Kid. It's a 3 mark round. Only one of them in the bowl, though.
Miss.
DJ is going to have a nice tight grouping around the center. Unfortunately, none of them are going to find the target that he wants. Cali only a single stray 15. He's flirting with the wire of the bullseye as well. DJ Mike Hughes need to get something going here in a hurry. He's going to get a stray 15, but nothing else. Cali looking for one. He'll do it with a bullseye. Second dart, game shot, and the leg going to Cali Kid, finishing it in style with the bullseye finish. They tied a 2.6 after, or 2.7 MPR after getting started down in the low ones. So turned it around nicely in the middle of that leg, getting the break of throw. He's going to have darts in hand when he comes back to the board here. Game on! And he'll get off to a slow start once again. He's going to punt, defer his throw over to DJ Mike Hughes. There's a no-score miss from Cali.
220s.
220s for DJ Mike Hughes. Scooter Magooch joined the chat as well, the classic Sup Nerds. Only 17 viewers this evening, so everything's calmed down. Cali's going to find the treble 20. He's going after the 19s afterwards, so didn't bother with the points. DJ's in that treble 19, though. And he'll get 4 19s, does DJ Mike Hughes. So got points on the board, going to force Cali Kid back up to the top half of the board. You know, Cali's consistently been pretty aggressive here. He'll get a single 20, a single 18, and a single 19, so he works around the board, the world there a little bit. I don't know if the second dart was a slip off the 20 or if he wanted a dart at the 18. But nonetheless, there's a single 19 for DJ. Stayed with the second, then jumps back up to the 20s where he finds a treble, so he gets it closed with his last dart. Cali, first dart goes into the 20, but he's able to still make up for it, jumping over to 18s with 4 18s, finding the treble with his third dart. So threw at the closed wedge with the first, not realizing that DJ had gotten it closed. And then he's still able to correct over onto 18s and get a nice score. There's 2 19s for DJ Mike Hughes to get to 76 points, up by 20 over Cali. Looks like Cali's going to get another good grouping in there, though, for 2 more 18s. So good point battle brewing here. Again, 19s to 18s. However, DJ's not going to find any 19s, just the stray 16 for him this time. So not able to get anything in points, and there's the close immediately from Cali Kid, and he's going back to 18s with his second dart. So he goes 19, 18, 17, 3 singles steady marks. DJ Mike Hughes, he's going to get right back into the treble bed of the 17, though, so opening up a scoring up possibility immediately, and he'll get 4 17s, so adding 17 points to his total, trying to cut that gap. Cali Kid already had that one from his previous turn. Looking to close, going right after it. He'll get it closed with the second, finding the double 17. Had found a single with his first, so single double, and goes over to 16s where he gets a single there also. DJ had that stray already in the 16, so 3 steady 16s here will get him 16 points, now trailing Cali Kid by just 1 point. Let's see what Cali elects to do here. He's going to stay aggressive, going after 16s, at least with the first dart. Now he's jumping back over to 18s, but he misses with both darts on the 18, so it's a miss open turn from Cali Kid once again. DJ looking to take advantage this time. Doing better here. There's 2 16s, and he went for the hero dart with the last, and he'll get a single 18. Again, he's up in points now. Going to put some pressure on Cali. Cali getting a little bit loose here. Corrects with his third dart, but it's just a single. So now DJ coming to the board with the point lead. He's going after 16s again. He's adding to points. The third dart going after 18, so once again gets a single 16, then tries for the hero dart on the last, but missed. It's back over to Cali. Cali once again only managing a single 18, though, so not able to get out in front of DJ. And DJ, there's a great first dart into the treble 16. And he'll stay at the 18s, only get 1, so it's a 4-mark round for DJ Mike Hughes, but he's not able to get the 18s close. Can Cali Kid get something going on this visit? And it's going to be 3-1, so Cali all over the wire, just the wrong side of it. And now DJ will get the 18s closed, dropping down immediately to 15s. Coming up empty on the 15s, so 15s are a clean sheet right now, but the 18s are closed. That Looks like a couple more darts that are just on the wrong side of the wire. So the third one, the only one going to get into the 15 wedge for Cali Kid. There's a beautiful second from DJ Mike Hughes. Had gotten a single 15. There's the treble 15 with the second. And the third dart missing on the bull attempt into the 18s. But still 4 15s. And DJ Mike Hughes has the lead going to the middle. Cali Kid all around the bull there with the second and third, but can't find the target. DJ Mike Hughes looking for 3. A single bull for DJ. So working his way towards the finish. That looks like it's going to be 2 green bits for Cali Kid, so he'll get 2 on the board. DJ only needs 1 more after that first dart. He can't get it on this turn. He's within a dart of the leg victory for the break right back. Cali Kid going to need a furious attempt on the bullseye. He gets a single. Just the close there for Cali, so no points. DJ again, 3 darts looking for the finish.
Oh, second dart.
And he'll get it with the second dart. I wasn't sure off the deflection, but there it is. Game shot and the leg. Kicked down off of that first dart and gets into the outer ring. DJ Mike Hughes breaks right back, levels the match at 1 apiece. DJ going to have darts in hand for the first leg of 501. Game on! And DJ's going to get started right away with the breakfast. Single 5, single 20, single 1. As we do here in the FODL, we ask the official breakfast question for the first breakfast of every match. Not every cast, every single match. So this will be the second and final breakfast question, at least, for tonight's doubleheader broadcast. So. Breakfast questions are hard to think up.
43.
There's a 43 for DJ Mike Hughes. I'm sure this one's been asked, but I'm thinking of it right now, and it sounds tasty to me. What's your favorite donut? Just let me know. Favorite donut. Nice and simple for this second one. 20 viewers out there. Hit me up with that favorite donut.
29.
There's 29 coming in from DJ Mike Hughes. So both players off to a bit of a slow start. I'll say that at least. There's a 45 from Cali Kid. Both players in the 30s here. DJ's looking to turn that around. First start, treble 20. There's a nice ton from DJ, so he'll bump that 3-dart average up a bit. Cali Kid's keeping a couple straight here, but it's just 41 as the third one drifts on him again. So Cali above 300, DJ right around 250.
30.
And it's 30 scored for DJ Mike Hughes. And just a Roadhouse double deuce coming in from Cali. Now we're down to 16 viewers. Nobody answered the breakfast question. I guess everybody hates me. There's 58 for DJ, so he's going to leave the big fish this time. Will he give it as good of a run as Bud The Chud did? Cali Kid still well back. Still looking for his first treble of 501. Just 45 scored. And it's off from DJ Mike Hughes.
54.
54 coming in from DJ. Cali's going to find that first treble here. And he'll get a ton scored, so he's going to leap into a checkout at 141, but DJ requires 116. That will be off after the first misses off the 19. And that looks like a bullseye with the last, which is going to leave tops for 76 scored. Cali requires 141. Not going to get it here. But now looking to put pressure on DJ, who's sitting on 40. 59 scored for Cali, going to leave 82. DJ requires tops. It's inside over to the Rascal. That's inside on the Rascal. Rascal saying no over to double 5, and it's a bust for DJ Mike Hughes. He'll go back to 40 after he finds another single 20. Cali Kid looking for 82.
doing. That's not what I'm meant to do.
And Cali, a little bit of mathematical misstep with the second dart. Looks like the first one's into the 3. Would have left him 79. Think he thought he had 78. Threw up to the 18s. Then he missed outside, so the 21. Your legal drink age, take a drink, whatever you're enjoying if you're having an adult beverage. DJ IQs requires tops. And
First.
is gonna get in there. Game shot and the leg to DJ Mike Hughes, squeaking on the left side of that wire, nearing the madhouse, but it is inside tops. And he takes the leg. Cali Kid's got darts in hand coming back to the board. Game on! Congra says jam, but I've had like 2 in his whole life. A jam donut. What kind of jam? What kind of jam or jelly donut there, Congra? Fireman, what was the question? Had to grab his charger. The question was, what is your favorite donut? Fireman, that's a solid answer. A Boston cream donut. Those are always tasty. Looking around the world here, Barboy up 5-2. They're in the final leg in checkout position over the Lush. Alki has come back with 2 on the spin against Triple T to take a 3-2 lead in that one. As it looks like they're having some fun with doubling here. As Triple T's in the madhouse, Alki's on 16. It's a 66 the hard way for DJ. He found a pair of treble 1s. There's a nice ton coming in from Cali Kid, though. Finding that treble a little bit earlier, but DJ's going to find another one. An immediate response of 81 from DJ Mike Hughes. Down to a nice even 310, but Cali Kid. Now we're starting to see some darts from Cali Kid. This is how he's gotten near the top of the standings all season. Back-to-back 100 scores from Cali. DJ now going to be looking to keep pace. Solid 60 from him. So both players coming out a little bit better here. Another treble first dart for Cali Kid. This one looks like an 85 coming in from Cali Kid this time, down to 153, so that leaves him a finish. And it's just going to be 25 from DJ Mike Hughes. Cali requires 153. This time it's not the first dart, which is into the treble. That is just low. May have followed it, though. May have gotten that dart in there. It's tough to tell. That's either 40 so far or it could be 80. He's going to find a treble 8. So that might be a 104, maybe? 104 for Cali Kid. It'll leave him 49. He's going for the treble 11, he indicates. DJ's going to get into the treble bed. He's going to get in the treble bed twice for a ton 25. Leave an even 100 for DJ Mike Hughes, so pressure applied now. Cali Kid requires 49. There's the 17 looking for double 16. 2 attempts at double 16 go wide. DJ going to get an opportunity from 100. And he won't be able to convert. Left with 56, 44 scored for DJ Cali. 3 clean, double 16. And he'll find it with the second dart. Game shot and the leg going to Cali Kid. He rebounds with the darts in hand. 3 ton-plus scores in that leg from Cali. And a tidy finishing there for a 23-dart leg. DJ Mike Hughes going to have the darts in hand coming back. Game on! Fireman says, Boston cream or raspberry filled. Conrad says, no idea. They aren't that popular here. How are donuts not popular in England? How are donuts not popular everywhere? There's a nice ton to start for DJ Mike Hughes. And Cali's going to answer with a steady 60. D&K 275, chocolate glazed are the best, or apple fritters. Both are very good. Barboy 1987 joining the chat after his 6-2 victory, so he's taking a moment to relish in that. There's a nice 81 from Cali Kid. So once again, players off to great starts here. DJ going 160, and he's back in the treble bed once again. Cali's going 60-81 out the gate. 68 this time for DJ Mike Hughes, missing right on the cover shot. And Cali going to drop off a little bit with a surgical 7. So DJ leading the way here in this third leg of 501, fifth leg of this match. And it'll be 52 for him. Triple T was able to get another leg off of Alki, so they're in a last leg decider right now, 3-3. There's 41 scored from the Cali Kid. And third dart into the treble one, just missing. At 100 scored is DJ. Cali's going to get a treble, but he's only going to get a 66 out of it. So DJ at 178. Trying to be the first to an out, and he'll be there. How good will it be? It's going to be 28 scored, so down to 150. So can Cali Kid join? He's going to need a big visit. Won't be able to do it now. Just 28 scored from Cali Kid, still above 200. DJ requires 150. It's going to be off after the first. And DJ is going to get a 7 scored in this leg as well, so he's just down to 143. And Cali's going to score 58 here to leave 160. He's closed the gap. DJ requires 143. .41 scored this time. DJ left with 102. Cali 160. That attempt is off. And 45 from Cali Kid gets down to 115. Back to DJ, still above 100, looking for 102. And that's going to be 40 scored, it looks like, from DJ off the 102. So left with 60. Cali from 115. Looks like that first in the treble one, so he will not be able to take this one out either. 43 scored for Cali Kid, down to 72. DJ, can you find the 2-dart combo? Or correction, it is 62, not 60 remaining. One dart for tops. And he misses it low and left into the 5, which will leave some cleanup if he gets another shot at it. Cali Kid requires 72. And that looks like 53 scored from Cali. Found tops with the last, a 5 with the first. It looks like maybe an 8 with the second. Is that a treble 8?
Just an 8.
Just an 8 scored. So it is going to be 53 scored from Cali Kid. This DJ requires 35. There's the 3, 2 for double 16.
Third dart.
And he'll find it with the third dart. Game shot and the leg going to DJ My Q's. So he takes out the 35 finish and goes up 3-2 in this one now. Cali coming back to the board with darts in hand, looking to rebound. Game on! Up top in the last leg decider. Triple T going to take it in a last leg decider. 4-3 over Alki. Cali Kid gets this one started with a 41. So Magic Wizard Pinball says, we do donuts, just jam-filled ones shaped like a potato. We don't do rings or glazed or any of that nonsense. Piercewood 1 says, England, donuts, nay, black pudding, yay. Magic Wizard Pinball said, 8 black pudding this morning, and don't forget sausage rolls. They seriously confuse Americans. And that looks like another breakfast from DJ. So if you didn't answer the breakfast question, 21 viewers out there, it's what's your favorite donut? Piercewood 1 says, we'll say the one thing the British do that we should adopt more is savory pies. Wholeheartedly agree. Yota JMU, there are a lot of eye rolls in there, and he says there aren't enough eye rolls that exist for some of the things happening here. There's an 81 scored from DJ, so he'll get back into the treble bed, but a couple of slack visits to start off, still under that 50 threshold for his first 9. Cali Kid going to answer with 81 of his own. Now the chat talking about sausage rolls. I don't think they qualify as donuts, but that looks like an 80. Is DJ able to keep that second dart in tops? Oh no, it's just 40, so that was a scooter dart. I stand corrected. Just 24 from Cali Kid. There's 41 from DJ. Fireman says, I don't know how she does it, but my dad's GF always brings some back with her when she visits home. There's maybe just 25 there from Cali. Speaking of my dad's GF, where's your dad's GF? She loves the breakfast question. She's missed a couple of them tonight now. 45 scored from DJ Mike Hughes. And conversation still about sausage rolls. Just 9 scored from Cali Kid. So it's at least his second single-digit turn in this match. So not necessarily the tidy Cali Kid we've seen all season. But he's still managing to fight and claw as he's in a battle here with DJ Mike Hughes. DJ managing 46 there. As both players working their way down. There's a brilliant third dart from Cali Kid, though. 85 scored from him down to the babyfish, 130. And DJ's going to score 41, which is enough to get him to a finish. Leaves 164. Cali requires 130. It will be off. Second dart can't find the treble 20. But it does look like 60 scored in down from Cali. DJ looking for 164. That will be off as well. Yeah, I believe that's just going to be 40 scored, so DJ still above 100 at 124. Cali looking for the 70 finish.
Fuck!
Oh, and he can't find the big number for Cali Kid. Looks like he was just outside that 10, so needed a
Hell, Aaron.
needed single 20 for tops, and then he misses left into the 3, just 16, so he's on 54. DJ at 124, going to be off again. And it's going to be 24 scored, so DJ going to leave himself an even 100 again. Cali looking for 54. It's going to be tricky now. So Cali finding the treble 11 with the first. Now he wants a dart at the Rascal, missing outside. Rascal saying no to his red-headed brother. DJ looking for 100. Looked like he was trying to go tops there. That is a tight grouping, though. All those darts maybe in the same hole. 60 scored, left with 40. Cali's inside. The Rascal says no again, over to double 5. But he cleans up double 5 with the third dart. Game shot and the leg going to Cali Kid. He's able to clean that one up and salvage the leg, making it 3-3. So we went break in cricket, and we've gone hold here in 501. DJ looking to continue that trend as he's got darts in hand. Game on! Kilf says, best donuts, vanilla frosting with sprinkles. I'm an 8-year-old child. I don't care. I mean, there's nothing wrong with vanilla frosting with sprinkles. I don't know why anyone's going to thrash that donut choice. I'm not sure. There's not really a whole lot of donuts out there that I would disagree with, frankly. Magic Wizard Pinball says the best donut is anything with Nutella. Nutella's good. Nutella's good in donuts. Nutella's good with everything. A lot of things. Yeah, it looks like 41 from Cali Kid this time. DJ Mike Hughes going to match with 41 of his own, so DJ's looking at 400 after 3 turns. Cali Kid's on 400 after 2. But he's only going to get another breakfast, so again, favorite donut, 19 viewers. Low viewer count tonight. Don't know why everybody ran away. Maybe they figured that since Radar was casting, the stream was going to suck anyway. There's 60 scored from DJ as he got another scooter dart. He kept one in tops, though, which allowed him to score 60 still. But Cali's going to respond with 100 as he finds a treble. He says, you're going to find the double there, DJ. I'm going to find the treble. That one's worth 20 points more than your double. There's 32 coming in from DJ Mike Hughes. So Cali looking for the first break here in 501. as he is leading the way in the second to last leg and finding another trouble with the third dart for 85. As Cali gets under 200, DJ's back at 308. Trying to work his way down. That might be 28 scored. Could be 85. It's 26, so yet another breakfast on the left side of the screen. 60 coming in from Cali. As he's the first to and out. DJ's going to have some work to get there. Won't be able to do it here, but it's a better turn. 58 at least kept them on target. Down to 224. Cali requires 129. And it will be off. Could be a good second dart. It's being blocked by the first, so that could be a treble. Based on the 16, it would have left him 64, so he does go after that. So he's left with 48, not 58 for Cali.
Yeah.
DJ going to score 24, left with an even 200 this time. So Cali Kid going to have to correct that score. It's an 81 to leave 48 for Cali Kid. And Cali will come back looking for 48. Ooh, first dart into the 7, though. Means he's still got some cleanup work to do. There is the 9, so now Cali's got one dart for double 16. He misses outside, but he'll be coming back to the board. DJ Mike Hughes is still back at 200. .45 scored from DJ. We'll get down to 155, but Cali, 3 clean darts.
You want to know why?
Double 16.
Thomas, you want to know why? I'm fucking sucking right now. That's why.
Cali talking to the chat as Yota JMU, a.k.a. the criminal, eye rolling. It's a bust from Cali. DJ, 155, not going to find it here. Looks like 42 scored. Back to Cali for double 16. Just inside double 8. And he'll go next door to double 11 for a bust. Then throw a frustration dart, which may have even missed the surround. That could be a wall dart.
Barely got it.
Yeah. Cali saying it barely caught it. 57 scored this time from DJ.
Cali, you gotta. Oh wait, never mind. Sorry. Board was just taking forever to get back to me.
Cali back to double 16 here. Inside over to double 8. And he's going to bust it, this time finding double 16 with his third dart. DJ looking for 56. He's going to go the unintended route. Wanted the single 16 for tops. Hits the treble, left 8. That second dart so close, but he couldn't use it as a marker, so he's left with 8 scored. For scoring 48, Cali Kid back to 32. And that's inside with the last. May have even found the treble. No, it's just still a single. So left with 16. DJ stacking darts on the wire of double 4. And they're all going to stay outside. Could not be closer for DJ. Back to Cali. Double 8. And it's going to be a double 16 with the first, that's what I thought, but then there was a second dart coming in, so I wasn't sure because it's still in the realm. But DJ this time, he's going to bust with his first dart well low and inside into the 13, and he'll throw some frustration darts as well. Back to Cali Kid looking for 16, and it's a first dart bust into the single 16, and things coming unglued for both players. A little bit here in the second to last leg. But DJ will clean it up there with the first dart, finding double 4, game, shot, and the leg going to DJ Mike Hughes, taking his 4th leg, which means he cannot lose this one. Cali's coming back to the board. Can he recompose himself for this final leg? We'll see. Game on! See, Yota JMU answering the breakfast question says a duck donut, maple bacon, or an Astor donut creme brulee. talking about that doubles. Wheels are coming off. Breathe. Just breathe. Barboy saying that was close. 3 of them wired. A lot of wired darts there. There's a nice ton, though, from DJ Mike Hughes. He's looking to get a victory here. He's not going to settle for just tying. He wants the win. Cali Kid trying to hang on. We saw that brilliant performance from Bud. So, you know, it's like Bud said, it's going to be tough to chase down Deadhead for that auto promotion spot. But that number 2 spot's still important because that person's going to have the darts for the entirety of the promotion playoffs if they continue to advance. Because in the playoffs, it's the highest seed that's got the darts. There's 41 from Cali after DJ had found another treble. So DJ's gone 181, looking to back it up again. And he'll find a treble with the third for a 95 from DJ Mike Hughes. And DJ, he struggled with the scoring last leg. He is in fuego right now in this leg, though. There's a better grouping from Cali. Nice 60 from him, but it's DJ out in front at 195. And he'll score 41, so he's on a finish at 154, averaging 69. Nice. Cali's back at 274. He's going to score 80, though, utilizing double 20 here in the scoring portion. So he's under 200, but DJ, 154, it's on. He couldn't find the second treble 19, but a good run at it from DJ Mike Hughes. Now doing some setup work. And he's going to miss into the 1, so it's going to be 79 scored with 75, so he's under 100. Cali trying to give chase. Not sure about that third dart. Might just be 28 scored from Cali. It is 28, so that will leave a bogey back to DJ 75. DJ finds the treble 3 for 9. It looks like he's able to clean it up to leave tops after scoring 35. Now Cali just got to put pressure on from here from the 166. Can't finish that. And it looks like it's going to be 61 scored down to 105. DJ looking for tops. Inside to the Rascal. And Rascal says no, at least for the time being. Cali Kid requires 105. So some better math there this time from Cali. He leaves 60 after scoring 45. Back to DJ, looking for the Rascal. And the second dart's inside to 15, so he's going to bust it. Not able to get over the line here. Cali with an opportunity to steal from 60. There's the 22 for tops. And they'll find it with the second dart. Pop, pop goes Cali Kid. Game shot, the leg, and the tie to both these players after Cali Kid able to salvage that final leg to make it 4-4, and it's a game of holds in 501. Breaks in cricket, holds in 0-1, and that's how we get to the 4-4 tie. So we'll go to the interviews. DJ is looking ready, looking fresh. Hair is looking nice right now. That flow is on point as always. DJ, coming into this one, we know you've had some ups and downs, some struggle with, just finding the desire to even play. Came out and played a steady match against somebody near the top of the table, able to pick off 4 legs. Talk to us about how you felt about your performance this evening.
Performance was shit. But 4 legs, I totally did not expect those at all. But I think that gets attributed to Cali, maybe. I probably playing his worst match of the season is what I'm going to guess. But no, I mean, my performance, 46 average, 16% doubling, that's pretty shit.
I mean, it did come down to doubling in a couple legs. And really, like, even when you look at that doubling for the 16%, it was really, there were only a couple legs where things kind of came off the rails for both of you, which is going to skew that because there were still some legs that you guys were finishing in the low 20s and stuff like that. So is there anything at least to build on? Even in that last leg, you didn't get over the line, but you had some good scoring coming out of the gate to get down to some finishing. So, we still see the flashes of it. What do you have to do to get that mental game right to get back to kind of maybe even enjoying playing darts a little more?
Exit a pandemic.
Eggs in a pandemic?
You know, like to go to some concerts, maybe some sporting events, to get on one of those things that, you know, takes off the ground and goes places in the air. It's crazy.
Exit the pandemic.
Yeah.
I thought you said eggs in a pandemic, and I was like,
Yeah. I should.
I guess we could ask a breakfast question about eggs in a pandemic, but okay, yeah. I mean, exit the pandemic so you can go and do some other things. Get that mental game right. Okay, I'm on board with that now. Now that I understood what you said. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Oh man, DJ, looking forward into next week. We're not going to exit the pandemic before then, but you got Repat on the schedule. He's reeling a little bit after his loss this evening. What do you got to do to get ready for that one?
Show up at the whatever time we schedule it, I guess. I've never played Repat before, so I'm definitely excited to you know, be on camera with him for a little bit. You know, we can share our meatless recipes with each other and just kind of have that camaraderie, and then we'll throw some darts and see what happens.
I think you guys need to sharpen some mushroom tips and figure out which one. Like you can throw with, you know, like some baby bellas, and he'll throw with chanterelles, and we'll see how well that works or something. So just something to think about. We'll get there. But DJ, congratulations, able to pick off 4 against Cali this evening. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Cali, I guess you're going to talk about what happened. But...
Cali's been pacing. This will be interesting. Cali, again, we've seen you play some excellent darts this season. This seems to be the outlier for you, and you look very, very less than pleased, we'll put it that way. How are you feeling? How are the darts feeling this evening?
Well, I mean, I wasn't scoring. So, yeah, I was always at third. It was always at one dart. Just was a little spry, a little off. I always enjoy playing with DJ. Thank goodness I didn't lose, because I will tell you, I've never actually beat DJ in any league match before. Not that was even on my mind. It's probably because I texted him earlier saying I was looking forward to playing him tonight. And then he said, you're probably going to sweep me 8-0. And so then I was like, oh, okay. So didn't come in with the right mind space. Nothing against DJ, but I threw like crap. I didn't throw like I usually do. So, I mean, I was able to salvage it, but I just wasn't they weren't there tonight. That's all.
Yeah, again, and, you know, not your best match, but, you know, still not really. It might be your worst match of the season, but there were still some moments in there similar to DJ. Like even that second to last leg, that was one that you actually did score well, but then that double 16 just kind of got away from you a little bit, and then he was able to come down and finish in a little bit of relative quickness. So it just seemed like it was an evening where you couldn't put the two together. You either didn't score well, but then you were able to find a double relatively quickly, or you did score well and then the doubles went away from you. So what was the difference tonight as opposed to previous matches in this season where you've been able to put it pretty much all together?
I threw more darts today. I actually threw darts throughout the day when I was working, because my work desk is right below my camera. So I just sat here. I threw darts probably for about an hour and a half today, which I'll tell you, when everyone says, oh, I throw practice darts, I don't practice darts. I practice when I play in my matches. That's what I've been doing all season. And today I decided to throw darts, and I was throwing well during the day. It's kind of like golf. The range game doesn't play in the, you know, when it's on the course. And I was throwing well today, and I literally played a game of cricket and hit 3 every single time, didn't miss a single one the entire time, and closed out the round as quick as I could go. And I was like, all right, I was feeling good when I came here. It wasn't there, so... Yeah, it's just in my head. I know I can throw the darts. I've done it all season. It's unfortunate I didn't take advantage of, you know, the match today, because obviously I know Bud had a good game, and I know I needed to get some more legs, and I didn't want to tie. No offense to you, DJ. But I didn't want to tie. I wanted to win it. But, hey, it happens. It's B-League. You know, it's not going to hurt me, but... I wasn't catching deadhead, but it's all right. I've only lost 2 matches this season. One for Pepe, which was a fluke accident. The other one was deadhead. You know, I technically haven't lost a match to anyone else. So if I can just keep that and come to the playoffs, and just throw like I have been, I'll be fine. I'll be in it next season. So
Well,
mark my words. Channel Group P. Thank you, DJ, for pinning that. I'll be in A next season. Just wait.
Yota J Mew says, "Rip whoever Cali plays next." Hey, looking at the schedule, ho! What do you know? You get to play me next. So it's gonna be a batch of two angry people after both of their game week, whatever this is, 7 performances. So what do you need to do to get the free 8 legs you're gonna get from me? Because I've been playing like absolute crap the last 2 weeks.
I'm not going to throw darts until our match. Seriously. I'll warm up 10 minutes before, and that's it. I'm not going to really throw much besides that. And I know you and I, it's for you and I, we played a lot, and so it really just depends on what shows up, you know? So hopefully our best shows up, because I know you're capable of beating DC really well. So I know you can throw the big darts. So I hope it's just a good match, but ultimately I think it's going to be 5-3 maybe.
All right. I mean, if it's 5-3, that's manageable for me. I wouldn't mind that one, honestly, the way I've been throwing. But anyway, Cali Kid, you know, not the best evening for you, but still a reasonable result. Able to pick off 4. Thanks for the time. We'll talk to you later. Love the William Hill swag that just popped up on the left side. We got the... That is like the chubbiest wave ever with the finger.
Oh, man.
Yeah, sorry. It's DJ's doing stuff on the other side, but
I know he's pointing with his fingers, you know.
yeah. But good luck the rest of the way. I'll even wish you good luck against myself because
I just hope we both throw our best darts.
That's,
you know, I don't feel bad. No one's ever mad if you lose and you threw well. That's all. I mean, I can't be mad about throwing my best and losing. And if that's the way it goes, that's the way it goes.
That's a fair assessment, and I will agree with that. Good luck, Callie. We'll talk to you a little bit later.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Radar. And Mike, good throwing with you as always. You're welcome.